I was just talking to a Lions insider. You know, I won't put his name out there.
Ooh.
He wished anonymity.
Everybody knows who it is.
Yeah.
Everybody knows. He's literally sitting right there.
You're looking at him.
But he said that the Lions are pretty much a lock for Malik Willis.
A lock?
At 2. He said it's going to be like the least kept secret in the NFL.
What? Why does he know that? Why is he saying
It's just, you know, everything they're doing. They re-signed Tracy Walker. They might be signing this guy. They re-signed their other edge rusher.
I don't think that points to Malik. I think this would point more to Hamilton than Malik Willis.
I mean,
I feel like either, like...
He is favored in the draft.
Yeah.
But that's FanDuel.
Yeah.
But
Vegas knows some stuff.
Vegas knows, bro.
some stuff.
Vegas
man.
always knows.
But he's tied with Hamilton, though, as well. And I think this move today at the sign Arden, I think that's... Arden Key.
Arden Key.
I think it points to a little bit more Hamilton than Willis. But
did they sign him, or he's just
he's in visit. He's in town, but he's highly coveted, and this was his first stop.
My question, especially you guys can help me answer this, like with Brad Holmes, and we talk about it on the morning show. Like my concern is not drafting a quarterback. Let's say you get Desmond Ridder at 34, all right, and Desmond Ridder doesn't work out.
Yeah.
Are we looking at Brad Holmes like with a side eye and saying, "All right, dude, like you messed up big"? No. But if you take Malik Willis at 2, I'm not saying he's gonna be bad, but let's just say he's not what everybody at least thinks he is once he starts playing football. What are we looking at Brad Holmes like?
See, Scott Bischoff talked about this. He said, if you're going to swing and miss on a quarterback, this is the draft to do it, because there's no elite super prospect. There's no one guy that you're going to be like, all right, I need him. This guy's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
You know, and I would personally, I want us to trade back. I've been saying it the whole time. I want us to trade back. But if we were to take a quarterback, if you put a gun to my head and said the Lions are taking a quarterback this year, I would rather them take Malik Willis
I would agree, for sure.
than wait until 34 to get Ritter or Howell or any of those.
Because you get your guy.
You get your guy. You get the guy that everybody looks at as the best quarterback in the draft, and you're not in a weak quarterback class, albeit, but it's still better than taking the 4th or 5th quarterback in a weak quarterback class. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get you.
That's a good question. Like, would you rather take Willis at 2? Or Ritter at 34.
Yeah.
Jeff,
I would rather wait and take a quarterback. At least then, if he doesn't work out. Like, listen, I get the hype around Malik Willis. The guy is crazy athleticism, cannon of an arm. I get all of that before the draft. Now, what comes into the draft, and then once he starts NFL games and starts playing, I don't know what Malik Willis is going to look like. I don't know what Desmond Ritter is going to look like. But my whole point is, I would be more comfortable. Brad Holmes has nailed his first draft. He hit on your first round pick. Your job, get a starter. You don't have to get... there's not going to be Myles Garrett's. There's not going to be Chase Young's. There's not going to be Joe Burrow's every year. But this year, I get the draft class argument, but you can't miss on your first-round pick. Like, I don't care what kind of draft it is. Like, if you're going to take Malik Willis, I'm sorry, I got to hold Brad Holmes accountable. Yeah. Like, I absolutely have to. If he doesn't work out, I'm looking at Brad Holmes, even though I love him. But if it does, he's a hero.
Yeah.
So, you don't...
If it does miss, though, as long as the other picks are providing... You know what I'm saying? Like throughout the rest of the draft, I feel like he's still.
But think about this solid. Too. When are the Lions going to have a pick like this? Number 2. And I get the bad draft to have it. Honestly, it is Lions-esque to get a number 2 pick in a draft with no, Myles Garrett, Chase Young, or a quarterback. But like that's the reality. Next year,
that really is so fucked up.
I know it's like pissing me off thinking about it. Yeah. But next year, you're going to be probably 10 to 15, hopefully 15, somewhere around there, 12. Like, there's not going to be a quarterback.
We're going to be top 10 again next year. Everybody's talking. I've been saying this for sure.
You think top 10 for
sure?
We're
going to be top 10 next year. We're going to win 5 games next year.
They'll have an opportunity to maybe trade up
8.
then.
Yeah.
Because I think there'll be better quarterbacks next year.
Exactly. I mean, I want them to trade back and then next year trade up and get Bryce Young.
Fuck that.
That's what I want.
You said fuck that?
I'm just not a fan of when you have a guy like Holmes who's like hitting, you know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
I want him to use every fucking pick he has because he's hitting on them. You know what I'm saying?
But you got to trade up and get a quarterback.
I mean, you don't have to.
You have to.
Well, I don't want him to reach.
You have to. You
absolutely
have
not.
To.
Why do you have to?
Because when do you get a good quarterback without either trading up to get him or trading your entire
if there's one there, you
can
pull the trigger on him and then you go from there. I mean, like, you don't have to trade up.
If you want a good quarterback in the NFL, you have to either get him in the top 5 or you have to trade your entire future for established veteran.
It's like the 49ers that they went up and got Trey Lance. Like, you see your guy, you go get him. So that's why I don't.
Yeah, it depends how much you believe in that guy.
100%. Yeah. Like, if you're going to sit pat and take Malik Willis at 2, like, that's fine. I'm not going to sit here and be like, horrible pick. Like, I'm obviously not the Scotts of the world or Brad Holmes in terms of evaluation. But all I'm saying is if you take Malik at 2,
you better work out.
Like, you better work out. I'm not going to sit here and say, well, the draft class wasn't that good, so you could reach at 2. Like, that's an embarrassment. Like,
but if the draft class doesn't work out, because like hindsight, like say he does take Malik Willis at 2, but then Hutchinson and all the other.
Let's say Hutchinson turns into like a 10 to 12 sack a year guy. Kayvon's like 10 same
if
thing.
that happens, then you could be on his ass. But if that doesn't happen, then you can't really be on his ass because like
if Kyle Hamilton turns into an All-Pro, would you sit up there and be like, you know what, Malik was fine?
Hindsight is 2020. You know, what if they take Hamilton and he doesn't do shit? And then they take, the Falcons take Malik Willis at 8, and he's an all-star.
Yeah.
He's all Pro Bowler.
Yeah.
It's hard. That's why we don't have those jobs. That's why we're not Brad Holmes. That's why we're not a draft analyst, because there is some gambling that goes into it. But you got to trust your gut. And like you said, if you see your guy there, if you love this guy, if it comes out that if the Lions take Malik Willis at 2 and Brad Holmes comes out and says, I studied this guy, I like his tape, I love him, he was my favorite pick for where we were at, I'm fine with it. Yeah. And even if he doesn't work out, I'm like, it is what it is. He like we said, his first draft was amazing. This guy obviously knows what he's looking at.
Yeah.
And you can't predict a player to just be bad. You can't be like, all right, he's not going to do anything. So if they swing and miss, but they went full in. They did all their due diligence. They're looking into this guy. It is what it is, and I would be upset that we missed out on a better player, but it's like, again, it's not like we're missing out on a Chase Young or one of those type of guys that we know.
That we know so far. And that's what I want to ask you, like, Kyle Hamilton, Malik Willis. Mm-hmm. Like, who are you more comfortable with in terms of, because a lot of fans will say Malik Willis, like they're on board with it.
Yeah,
I know you're big on Kyle.
Quarterback. Yeah, I mean that's tough. That's a tough question. I'm to the point, and I've been saying this kind of too. Is like I'm not really tripping over like who we take because of like the way this draft is. It's like, you know what I'm saying, like no one's the person that does pop off the tape when you put on those. Obviously Kyle Hamilton. Mm-hmm. Obviously Aiden has his moments too, but like. I'd probably want Malik just because like getting a good quarterback is like truly something special. Like kind of how Spence said, like you see all these teams like fucking mortgaging their future to get there. Especially if you get one on a rookie deal, then you can sign some big names and put around them. You don't necessarily have to sign big names, but like you could make trades for big names and afford them. You know what I'm saying? Like having that quarterback on a rookie deal means so much. Like the highest paid quarterback to win a Super Bowl was Matthew Stafford, and that was on a discount.
Yeah,
because he got traded.
100%.
And it's like it's just the bust potential. Of like, if you draft Kyle Hamilton and he busts, you're paying You're paying the third best or third most for safety in the league.
So that's actually false. And when you look at the contract numbers, so like Kyle Hamilton would be the 18th highest paid.
If he's getting paid $9 million a year,
he'd be the 18th highest paid and 7.
Top 18.
Yeah,
paid safety.
I mean, so everyone is saying that. Like,
where did you get those numbers?
You go by the rookie pay scale, and then you go look at the highest paid safeties. So the highest paid safety right now, I believe now is going to be what's his name, Marcus Williams.
Yeah, the bag.
I'll go Google right now. Yeah, Bayard's up there. Obviously, Honey Badger's going to be up there too.
No, I don't think he's going to make that much. I think he's going to sign a 1-year deal for.
Yeah, people are linking.
It'll probably be more than Kyle Hamilton, but
yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah, so that was complete bullshit. He'd be the 18th highest paid safety, but I'll pull it up right now. Actually,
if he's making $9 million a year,
he's gonna be 7 the first year. But yes.
And that's why I agree with the concept of drafting. You have a quarterback on a rookie deal. You can surround him with talent. I'm not going to argue that, dispute it. The only thing that I have worries about is that bust potential. Yeah. Like, and Malik, let's face the reality of it. Like at Liberty, he was starting at Auburn. Then he got some issues there. I think Bo Nix took over the spot, or Jarrett Stidham. Then he transferred to Liberty. But still, like now, there's that part of me that thinks you're going to take Malik Willis. That's your guy, dude.
Yeah. So actually, he'd be the 20th highest paid safety.
The 20th?
Yeah.
Well, that's
Malcolm Jenkins.
That's probably why.
$8 million.
If you have a gun to my head and you're telling me Kyle or Malik, like that's tough. I'll probably take Kyle just because.
Yeah.
I'm always going to value I'm talking about prospects. Malik's quite the prospect, but in terms of bust potential, I think there's less with Kyle than Malik.
For sure. And that's why I want to talk about the Arden thing is like, are they banking on it if Hutchinson isn't there, then they're gonna grab Hamilton then? And here's the thing too, like everyone bashing the Hamilton thing, like that's really just our guy Adam here and some of the guys who like what do you call it? Positional value.
Yeah.
But if you look at draft analysts from PFF to ESPN, McShay, Monsoon and the other guy too at PFF, like they have Hamilton there too.
Right.
I'm saying it's because he's fucking good and this class is weak. For every reason that like I'm not trying to suck my own dick, but for every reason I said, like you can take Hamilton. Yeah, but the highest paid safety, Spencer, so you're looking 17 million Jamal Adams, 16 million Harrison Smith, then Justin Simmons, 15 million, Cardinals Budda Baker, 14, Eddie Jackson, 14 and a half, really. Kevin Byard, 14, Tyrann Mathieu, 14, but he's free agent right now.
He's a free agent. Landon Collins got cut.
Marcus Williams, 14, Jesse Bates, 12, John Johnson, 11, Justin Reed, 10, Logan Ryan, 10. Yeah, it's.
You know what worries me though? Where all those guys were drafted.
Why though? If he's going to be good,
I know. I get you.
And he's not going to be the third highest. Like,
but like my point is, and this is why like I'm going to die on this hill, edge rusher or bust. I don't want Malik or Kyle, or at least at 2. I'd rather have Kayvon Thibodeau punch me in the face, but that's who I'm taking. Yeah. But again, the reason for that is, in my opinion, okay, I love Kyle Hamilton, but I think you can get similar production out of a guy like I like Jaquan Brisker. I like Nick Cross late. You can get him in the 3rd, 4th round. You can get now. Are they get the same prospect? No, I'm not saying that at all. But in terms of being a solid starting safety in the NFL, let's say Kyle at his best, he's solid. You know, whatever, he gets you a couple interceptions a year. I don't know what his upside is. You don't know. It could be Hall of Fame-esque. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's just say he's a
that's his ceiling. That's his like ceiling. You know what I'm saying, is his fucking like,
of course
elite.
Yeah. But and part of me, I'm not going to look so much into the fact there hasn't been a safety taken that high in 31 years. I'm not going to really take that because, again, like you said, the draft class is so unique. Yeah. Like, it's not like this is last year where you're taking a safety that high. Like, this is a very unique draft class, but I would probably fall edge rusher at the end of the day. Like, even if I was looking between all those guys, but I like Kyle a lot. He's a good prospect.
He might not be the highest paid safety or,
he'd be the 20th.
But he'd be
the 20th highest paid safety. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because 10, 11, Tyrann Mathieu's for sure going to sign up there.
13.
Jesse Bates.
Look at these guys like Minka Fitzpatrick, $4 million a year. Derwin James, $3 million a year. Jonathan Abram, $2.8 million.
For sure, when they re-sign, guess
Terrell Edmonds, $2.6 million.
Yeah, they don't get the bag.
Lamarcus Joyner, $2.5 million a year.
And if Kyle Hamilton, when he gets
what does that mean though? Like I don't like what.
Like you can get that kind of talent. You can get a fantastic safety at a different, at cheaper.
If you think they're going to be that, but like if this guy's going to be good for sure,
right?
What's the issue with paying him $7 million?
I mean, we can't say he's going to be good for sure.
And that's the thing with like.
But I'm saying if you think that, Brett Holmes thinks that, yeah. Which, by the way, like that's what he's projected to be is fucking good for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Give me some ganja. 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 Give me some ganja.